Welcome, everybody, to tonight's broadcast of the Powerhouse Racing League. Coming to you live from Montreal Road Course. This is, as I mentioned, the Powerhouse Racing League. I am your guest broadcaster tonight, filling in for the normal broadcaster for the league. This is a 40-lap race at Montreal. This is a day race. Drivers will have one fast repair, 4 sets of tires, 50% fuel. This is a stage race. Stage 1 is going to be 10 laps. Stage 2 is going to be 2 laps, with your final stage being 20 laps. Fuel window on the last stage being the only stage fuel will play a factor. The fuel window the drivers are looking at is about 12.5 laps. So as long as we go caution free in the last stage, you will see drivers come through pit road for green flag pit stops. Bear with me, this is my first broadcast with the league, so I'm new to a lot of these drivers, and especially road courses, so it's definitely going to be something for me to get used to. I'm going to go ahead and get into it here and play our national anthems. We're going to do the United States national anthem, followed by O Canada, since we are racing in Canada here today. Alrighty, so there you have the United States. Great version of the national anthem there, followed by O Canada. As you see our drivers getting ready to wrap up practice session here. Looks like we got about 8 minutes left in practice, 5 laps to go. We'll get qualifying kicked off here at around 8:45 Eastern time. I'm going to take this time to go ahead and thank some of the league sponsors. Once again, this is the Powerhouse Racing League. Miller Family Trucking sponsoring the league this year. Next sponsor is going to be Scotty Too Hottie Designs. Butt Kicker. For all your sim butt kicking needs, feel what you've been missing. Cushman and Sons. Mid-Cities, air conditioning and heating. Back to the top with Miller Family Trucking. It's going to wrap it up for your league sponsors. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to wrap up this practice session, get into qualifying. Go ahead and see if we can't find one of these drivers out here on the track. Looks like quickest time so far on the track is a Canadian, Dean Clavet, or Clavet. Excuse me if I mispronounce these names. I do not know any of these drivers. As I said, this is my first time broadcasting for this league, filling in. Dean drives the number 56 Chevy. Hometown is Edmundston, New Brunswick. Dean's put down the best lap time so far is a 1 minute 45.01. See if I can and edit some of this stuff here real quick. Like I said, this is my first time broadcasting for this league, so bear with me if I have some things here that are kind of out of place. Let's see if I get rid of this. There we go. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that for now. That's for my other broadcast. Keep this to a powerhouse racing league. Jump up here to your quickest driver in the Mustang. This is Cameron Stone in the number 57. Cameron's hometown's Danville, Virginia. It's a 2020 champion for Powerhouse Racing League Series. Cameron's quickest lap thus far is a 1 minute 43.72 second lap. Top speed 202. Closest driver to him looks like Jonathan Cusimano. Speed of 187. About 5 minutes left here in the practice session. Cameron's driving that Coors Seltzer sponsored number 57 Mustang here today. Going back here to Joshua Sousey. Sousey. Team Taco versus Team Turtle Israel. This is the 999 Toyota. Joshua's quickest lap time, 1 minute 44.37 seconds. So he's going to bring her in the pits. We'll take a look at Tyler Isley. Tyler Isley's from Raymond, Ohio. Driving the number 33 Chevy Camaro. Sponsored by FVP, Casey's General Store. And currently sitting in 5th place in your practice is Travis Beertzer from West Bend, Wisconsin, driving the number 99 Chevy Camaro. Charles Evans, a familiar face. Charles Evans is a member of the Colonial Clash Racing Series, another league I do broadcast. Charles also runs the number 53 over there. Plain Jane Red machine. Looks like he has a big old snap-on sponsor on that Ford Mustang. Caleb McCarthy here in the 24. Caleb's hometown is Fort Worth, Texas. Drives the number 24 Chevy Camaro. Welcome to the stream there, Colorado. Let me know if there's anything we can do to make a better viewing experience for you as far as audio, video. Can't really help much on that aspect of it. that you're talking about. Here, right behind Caleb, we have the 88 of Nate Johnson, driving the Ford Mustang, number 88. He's from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Split Decisions Racing, flight test. In the number 8, we have Mark Fakasi. I'm probably butchering that name. This is the number 8 Chevy Camaro. Behind him in the 97 Tide Pods machine is Jeff Ramstall. Another Chevy Camaro there. Behind Jeff, we see the number 5 of Earl Wolf. Not on the track is the 31 of David Scott. Next car on the track, we see the 322 Ford Mustang of Jody Hoke. Behind Jody, 45 of Jonathan Cusimano. Chevy Camaro there as well. I'm probably butchering all of these names, guys. Here, driver we spoke about before, this is Bill Miller from Onawa, Iowa. Driving that Miller Family Trucking number 34 Chevy Camaro. Breast cancer awareness on that machine there. Got the 36 of Richard Crane from Spartanburg. Another Toyota. Guessing Bart Hoke is a relation to Jody Hoke. Bart's in the 61 Chevy Camaro. That's going to do it for drivers on the track thus far. Looks like your drivers are starting to pull off as we only have about a minute left in practice. We're going to get right into qualifying and see just what kind of lap times these guys and girls can put down here tonight. When I go to the tower view, you will see some sponsors rolling through in your top right corner. This is my broadcast sponsors and the sponsors of my other league, so I'll just go ahead and give them some airtime here while I'm broadcasting the other league. I'm not going to call any of them out right now, but as we are in the tower view, you will see my broadcast sponsors scroll through up there in the top right corner. If you're wondering what a lot of those businesses are, you can pretty much do a quick Google search, find most of them, look into them. That's going to conclude our practice session. We're going to get into qualifying here. We'll see who is going to be the first driver. Go ahead and take this out on the track. Not sure what the payouts here for this league are. Haven't got much information other than, hey, you want to broadcast? Are you available? Here's our driver list. So it looks like a lot of these drivers getting into their cars, getting ready to go out here. We'll see who comes out first. Looks like it's going to be Jonathan is going to be our first one out. Go ahead and ride along here. 45. Jonathan Cusimano. Welcome, C-Phil. Welcome, Shruggy. Glad to see you guys could make it. I'm going to do the best I can here. First week, trying to learn all these names. Got some real tongue twisters in here, so let me know if there's anything I can do to make it a better viewing experience for y'all. But appreciate you stopping by. Hope you see a good race here tonight. This will be something definitely new for me. Ooh, ouch. Jonathan looked like he missed that little jig jog there in the course, and I'm sure this is the out lap, and then there's still 2 to go after this, I believe. Not sure exactly how qualifying works on a road course. I've never raced a road course, but I would imagine they have 1 out lap and then 2 qualifying laps, just like you would in an oval race. But we'll see as Jonathan gets back up to speed here. I'm going to get ready to make the sharp hairpin turn and head back up towards the start-finish line. See Jonathan back on the gas here as he heads down the staging area across the start finish line. We haven't seen any lap times put down yet. I believe Jonathan is the first car in the qualifying order as he takes her off the track here, coming through turns number 1 and 2. Like I said, this is all new to me, announcing however many turns are at this track, and I'm used to turn 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So we're gonna do our best we can. Got Fast NASCAR in here, says thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow, guys, by the way. Got Fast NASCAR in here, says the 56 is gonna win. The 56 is Dean Clavet or Clavet. I see his nationality there is Canadian, so that could be pronounced Clavet. I'm not sure. That's Fast NASCAR's bet to win here today at Montreal, so we'll see how that works out. I think Jonathan trying to get up to speed here again, heading down that back chute, entering a little chicane here, I believe. A little chicane to the right, back to the left. I think this is where Jonathan lost it on his outlap last time around. Gonna come down the back chute, get ready to take that sharp hairpin turn, head back down to the start finish line for lap 1 of qualifying. Looks like Nate Johnson's the first one put down a lap time here, 1 minute 45.93 seconds. Johnson's driving for Checkers or Wreckers Racing in that 88 Ford Mustang, sponsored by Split Decisions Racing and Flight Test. As we see Jonathan lose the handle on it there. Looks like he's going to reset here. We will jump back to your second place qualifier, Tyler Isley from Raymond, Ohio, in that 33 Chevy Silverado. Like I said, this is interesting to me watching a road course, especially Xfinity cars. This is all new to me. I'm excited for the race, excited to see just how these guys run the track and what kind of action we'll see here. As we see some more qualifying time comes in, we look at the 57 at Cameron Stone. Jumps up into first place with a 1 minute 43.21 second lap there. Cameron is the driver of that number 57 Ford Mustang. See Cameron looking awfully strong here. Comes down this back stretch here. Into this little chicane here. Gonna enter the chicane. Right tire's up on the turtles. Left tire's up on the turtles. Up on the gas as he passes under the dart banner. Getting ready to take this sharp hairpin turn. Make his way back up to the start finish line. We'll see what kind of lap time Cameron can put down here for lap number 2. On the start finish line. A little bit of a chicane here. Cameron really hammering it through. Oh, and he loses the handle coming through that last chicane on his way to the start finish line. Cameron's still holding that top spot with a 1 minute 43.21 second lap. Let's see if that's going to be good enough for the pole position, even with this lap kind of going out the window here as we watch him lose control. 56 that Fast NASCAR's got his money on. This is Dean, a Chevy Camaro, coming through that first chicane there up on the turtles. Back on the gas at the Octane Racing banner. Looks like quite a few cars yet to qualify yet. We'll jump back. Here's Kayla McCarthy. Like she has yet to register a time, but is out here on her second lap, if my score sheet's correct. Look, comes through that same chicane. Right tires, left tires up on the turtles, on the gas under the OctaneRacing.ca banner. And make her way into this sharp hairpin turn. Head through slight curve up here. We'll turn to the left down that long back stretch into that last chicane before the start finish line. See Cameron Stone's time still holding strong up there in the pole position. Dean's in second. Looks like Nate Johnson currently sits third. Charles Evans fourth. Tyler Isley fifth. Mark is in sixth. Bill Miller seventh. Travis Biercer eighth. Jeff Ramsdell ninth. Earl Wolf 10th. 11th to Jody Hoke. And 12th to Jonathan Cusimano. Looks like yet to qualify Thomas Geyer, Robert Badcock, Joshua Susi, Bart Hope, Caleb McCarthy, David Scott, and Richard Crane, as Caleb puts down a lap time of 1 minute 49.23 seconds. That's going to conclude qualifying for Kayla. And there are no other drivers currently on the track qualifying. Maybe we're going to see some of these drivers yet to qualify start at the back of the field and try to play this safe here. It's like about 1 minute left in qualifying, so I would be pretty safe to say if a driver isn't on the track yet, there's not going to be enough time for them to have an out lap and put down a lap time. So not sure if there's a warm-up session here tonight or if this goes straight into the race. Go ahead and throw this tower back up here. Y'all can see 13 Xfinity cars qualified. Field size of 19 drivers, it looks like, so far checked in here today. 13 qualified, so 6 drivers not qualified here. $30 left. Once just 30 seconds is over and your drivers start to take the grid, you will get your grid up here. As we see right now, like I said, Cameron still sitting in that pole position, followed by Dean in second, Nate Johnson third, Charles Evans fourth, and Tyler Isley rounds out your top 5. Qualifying comes to a conclusion here. Your grid will be set. Here we're going to see Cameron Stone rolling off in your pole position. Dean's going to start second. On the inside of row 2 is going to be Nate Johnson. To his outside will be the 53 of Charles Evans. Inside row 3 will be Tyler Isley. To his outside, Mark Sakasi from New York. Then in 7th, you'll see Bill Miller. 8th is going to be Travis Biercer. 9th to Caleb McCarthy. 10th to Jeff Ramsdell. 11th is going to be Earl Wolf. 12th to Jody Hope. 13th is going to be Jonathan Cusimano. 14th to Bart Hoke. 15th to Richard Crane. 16th to Jonathan Susi. 17th to David Scott. 18th Robert Badcock. And rounding out your field is Thomas Geyer in the 62 Blockbuster Racing Machine. Switch here. See your drivers taking the grid. You got the 57 to Cameron Stone up here. His outside is Dean in that Canada sponsored Chevy Camaro. This is 40 laps. Keep in mind your first stage is 10 laps. Drivers will be able to make it on fuel for the first 2 stages. '56 and '57 starting 1 and 2 here, as pointed out by Stiefel. Third place drivers, the 88 and Nate Johnson, and then in 4th place you have another 50 truck. That's the 53 of Charles Evans. Let's see if we can get a Good camera view here of the start. I think this might be best for the road course. I think we're in for a barn burner here today. I'm excited, ready for this road course, see how this thing shakes out. These drivers, like I mentioned before, they will have one fast repair, 4 sets of tires. They do start with 50% fuel level. These drivers can make it through the first 2 stages on fuel. The last stage, if it goes green, we will see green flag pit stops. Like I mentioned, the fuel window is about 12.5 laps here at Montreal. Focus in here on your lead group, lead 4. Just come down, green flags out. Watch your leaders out to the early leads the 57 at Cameron Stone. Dean falls in line behind him as they come through the first left-hand turn. Not sure how they run cautions here in this league either. Looks like on my race events here, we got some people crashing, it looks like. As you see Cameron Stone still in the lead. Dean right there on the back bumper. That Ford Mustang. Dean's in the Chevy Camaro. Looks like Ford, and then 3 Chevys from 4th to 6th, followed by a Ford of Charles Evans in 7th. Then stacked up 4 deep, some more Camaros behind him. Looks like Cameron's opened up about a 1.9 second lead on second place Dean, as you see Nate Johnson draw up to the rear bumper, the 56 here. Jump back to your leader as he makes his way through that final chicane. Coming down to the start-finish line, we're going to have 1 in the books here at Montreal. 39 to go. Looks like we might have a battle developing back here, as you see a couple people making passes here. A battle here for 4th position. You see in 24 there, Caleb McCarthy, followed by the 33 of Tyler Isley, and there's Charles Evans in that red number 53 right behind them. So make their way through this first little chicane here, back on the gas. The 36 of Richard Crane spun out here at the back of the field. Jump back up here. Oh, Caleb McCarthy loses it going into the chicane. That lets Tyler Isley and Charles Evans go on by. Looks like she stalled out as a bunch of the field passes her. We see Bill Miller, Mark go by there. There goes the 97 of Jeff Ramsdell. Bill's going to get her back straightened out and going. She drops all the way back to 10th position with that there. Still a lot of race left here at Montreal. We're only on lap 2 of 40, so buckle in. It's set to be a good one here, as you see Cameron Stone still running out front. Running about 0.8 of a second ahead of second place Dean. See a pass being made here by the 99 of Travis Beards. A little door action to the 33 of Tyler Isley. Some damage here already to the front of that 99 Chevy Camaro. Sure, a lot of these drivers playing it slow and steady. A lot of race left. Is Jeff Ramsdell. That number 97 Chevy Camaro. He pulls up to this little pack here. This is the 33 in front of him of Tyler Isley. Travis Beertzer in front of him. Ooh, hard contact between the 33 and the 99 there. Just absolutely gave him the boot. It's like Dean's falling off the pace here as Cameron opens up a 3-second lead. But your top two running about 3 seconds apart. It's about 9 seconds back to third place Nate Johnson, and then you see it's about another 10 seconds back to fourth place Charles Evans. So the field already getting pretty spread out here as we're only 4 laps in at Montreal. Here we see that number 24 Chevy Camaro of Kayla McCarthy pulling up to the rear bumper and mark here. See if maybe she can work her way back through the field as she dropped back to 10th. She has worked her way back up to 8th position, up 1 spot from her 9th place starting position. 37 to go. We are caution free. I believe this league might not run cautions on the road course because we've definitely had some cautionable incidents unless it's a major pileup. I think it's kind of just a get back on the track and go type of thing. So might not see any caution flags unless it's something real serious. Looks like we already have a few drivers off the lead lap. Go ahead and go back here to the rear of the field. Give these guys some broadcast time. This is the 45 of Jonathan Cusimano. Try to find some racing action here, see if we can find some people that are close together. But like I said, the field's getting pretty spread out. Still see about a 3-second gap between your leaders. The closest 2 cars we have on the track right now looks like 5th place Tyler Isley and the 99 of Travis Beertzer. They're running about 1.7 seconds apart. Yeah, these look like your 2 closest drivers. You see that 88 and Nate Johnson way up on the turtles there with the right sides as he comes through that first chicane, makes his way down to that sharp hairpin turn, make his way back up towards the start-finish line. Still about a 3-second gap between your leaders. Closest battle looks like it's going to be between 6th and 9th place. These drivers not too spread out just yet. Charles Evans might have lost it there. We'll see if Tyler's going to make up any ground. Tyler's still about 8 seconds back. As you see, mid part of your field making their way down that, making their way through that last chicane, coming to the start finish line. Your leader is Cameron Stone. This is lap 6 of 40. 35 to go. Cameron Stone still out front by about 3 seconds over Dean. Nate Johnson sits in third. Charles Evans fourth. Tyler Isley rounds out your top 5. So the 322 just made the pass past David Scott for P13. Kind of telltale sign I'm just noticed here on my scoring sheet. Looks like Cameron Stone, your lead driver here, is an A-class driver. Second and third are B-class. Then it's followed by a rookie, a C-class, a rookie, a couple D's and a couple C's. And then you got most of your rookies running close to the back, all except for Joshua Susi. And that 999 is a B-class, currently sitting in 19th position. So field basically stacking up based on their safety rating here so far early on in this one. Y'all let me know who you got for your pick, who you think's going to win. Fast NASCAR said he thinks Dean's going to bring this one home today. Let me know which paint scheme y'all think's the coolest one. Looks like Dean closing the gap a little bit, down to 2.7 seconds up to the leader there. See these drivers here from 5th to about 8th position, not too spread out. Coming through that final chicane down to the start finish line. This is Kayla McCarthy sitting in 7th. See Travis Bearcher there in front of her. Behind her is the 5 of Earl Wolf. Cameron Stone just really on the gas here today. This guy is definitely no stranger to the road course. He's running stronger than yesterday's coffee right now. Like I said, I'm not super familiar with road course, but I believe that engine you're hearing stuttering like that is wheel hop on these cars. When they're downshifting or when they're taking off, the wheels get to hopping on them. I heard some of the drivers talking about that in pre-race chat. Imagine that's the sound you're hearing. Looks like Dean Clavitt went ahead and took Dean Clavet went ahead and took the lead. Missed that while we were riding on board there with a car. We'll go ahead and see if we can find just when Dean took the lead there. Had to have been pretty recently here if we missed that. Like I said, it's hard to keep track of stuff going on these road courses. You try to watch all kinds of different stuff. Looks like Cameron not too far back. Go back to the replay here. Oh, looks like maybe Cameron off the track a little bit there, trying to avoid a lap car. Yeah, it looks like Cameron just coming in hot there. Swerves a little bit, tries to avoid the lap car, and just almost loses the handle completely coming into that last chicane there. gets it back together, and that's what ends up giving your lead to Dean as he makes a move there, splits them, takes the lead. Looks like Cameron closing the gap here inside 1 second now. Dean Salt in the lead, stretches it out to about a second and a half over Cameron. Your leader, Chevy. Next three back are Fords, and then from 5th on back to 12th, all Chevy Camaros. I would say Chevy definitely the dominant manufacturer in this Powerhouse Racing League. Oh, we see the 54. Dean takes a spin right there. Cameron's going to say wham, bam, thank you, man. Back to the lead he goes. We are full sending, Mason. See Cameron approaching another lap car here. Mishap free that time as he comes through the last chicane. He's going to come down to lap 10 here when he crosses the start-finish line. So Cameron stretches the lead out to about 4 seconds there over the 56 machine of Dean. Cameron is the 2020 champion for Powerhouse Racing League. Right along here with the 56 of Dean Clavet. See if he can manage to run down that 57 car that seemed to elude him all day. Looks like Cameron already stretching that gap out to over 3 seconds in short order. See Cameron slide that Mustang through that hairpin turn. Uh-oh, Dean loses control of it there. That's going to allow Cameron to really open it up on him as we see Nate Johnson approaching a lap car and Dean. Let's see if Nate's going to be able to make the pass here for second. He gasses her up. It's right on past the 56 of Dean there. Says, I'm going to go ahead and take this spot. Looks like we are going to see Fords in your top 4, except for the 3rd place car of Dean, who's running that lone Chevy Camaro up there. 3 out of your 5 top 5 are Ford Mustangs. Looks like we got some damage there on the front of the 88 machine. See if Nate can make his bid at it as Cameron Stone opens up a 15-second lead on 2nd place. Caution is out. Now this is going to be the task. Trying to find just who was involved in the actual caution when it came out. The yellow flag came out. Charles Evans. Not sure that's enough there to bring out the caution. So we see Charles get back on it. Or ran it a little hard into the corner. Maybe we will go back to... Oh, I think this is what brought out your caution here. This is Kayla McCarthy there in the 24, and that's Travis Beertzer in the 99. Severe damage to the 99. Kayla just comes through the chicane, absolutely hammers Travis. I could be mistaken, but I think that's what brought out your caution, since that was a two-car accident and they both pretty much came to a stop. Jump back up here. This is second place Nate Johnson as they get your field straightened out for the restart here. Thanks for checking in tonight, Mason. This is going to erase that lead we saw by Cameron Stone. But the way Cameron's been running, I'm not sure it's going to take him very long to open up another lead. Excuse me. Matt, if you're open to guest commentate, I'll get you in the booth if you want to come up here and commentate with me, but it'd be kind of hard for you since you can't view the race since you're not in. You gotta have iRacing and have the track and all that to actually be in the race. Be a little rough for you to commentate without being able to see it live, as I'm sure you're delayed here by a little bit. We're gonna see pit stops. Excuse me, this caution might have came out because that was the end of the stage. I'm not sure. Like I said, I've never even been a part of a stage race before, and I know the first stage was 10 laps. So that might have been our stage there, why the caution came out. Like I said, I haven't seen any cautions come out all day, so I'm betting that that was the stage completion there. So Cameron Stone is going to get your stage win. Nate Johnson second. Charles Evans is going to bring home third for that stage. I would need a little more clarification from the league on how they operate with their stages and all that stuff. But it looks like we are under caution right now. These guys don't seem to be slowing down much, so I guess we'll just keep an eye on her. Looks like as of right now, Cameron Stone is your leader still. Nate Johnson right there, close second. Quite a few drivers on pit road. Here we go. We're going to pull up to the pace car. Look like your leaders were just trying to catch the pace car. So here's something interesting. It seems like I just found out. Yeah, that's correct. It's going to be 10, 20, then stage 2 is the final 20 laps. So they will need to pit under green for the final stage. The Chevy nose cam seems to be right down on the ground, but the Ford Mustang camera is up on the roof. Toyota cam also down there on the pavement. Alrighty, we will see if they get the 1 to green signal this time by, and they will. Next time across the start-finish line, we'll take lap 14. It'll be 27 to go in the race. We will go to lap 21 for the second stage. Drivers, I'm sure, can come in, get some more fuel, get tires, and then we will see a 20-lap dash to the finish with 1 round of green flag pit stops. Thanks everybody again for stopping by. This, like I said earlier in the broadcast, this is my first broadcast for Powerhouse Racing League. I'm guest broadcasting, filling in for the normal broadcaster. Not sure if I'll be back or broadcasting anymore, but kind of hard, you know, filling in like this. You don't know any of the drivers, don't know the exact format of these races and how they work their cautions and stuff. Kind of a short notice thing, didn't get a lot of information beforehand, but we're doing it. We're doing the best we can, and we're full sending. I'd imagine these restarts after the stage are going to be pretty tough because we see your leaders coming through the hairpin turn through that final chicane coming to the green, and we still have a lot of our field just now coming out of the pits, coming across the start finish line into turns 1 and 2. So your leaders are going to get the green flag here, and we're still going to have quite a few cars behind the hairpin turn even yet. So I'm going to go ahead and jump back to the bigger view here. Your drivers come down here, they will get the green flag this time by. It's going to be 27 to go for your leader, Cameron Stone. On his outside is Nate Johnson. Coming through final chicane here. Green is out. We're racing again. Cameron Stone drives it hard in there. We'll see him get them tires right up on the turtles as they come through that first set of turns. Gonna see Nate Johnson make a move to the inside here. Looks like they're side by side. Cameron Stone back to the lead for a second. Is he gonna chop his nose? Looks like he's gonna cut him off a little bit as they come through that first chicane. Down under that octane banner. Here's the big chicane. I like the stages here, kind of stacks the field back up, get some more exciting racing. I'm sure these guys are happy too. Lets them draw back up to Cameron as he was opening up, I believe, almost a 13-second lead on second place when the stage ended. This is a battle here for 7th between the number 8 of Mark. See that Tide Pod's number 97 of Jeff Ramsdell. In front of him is the 99 previously mentioned of Tyler Beertzer. I'm going to stay up here on your top 3. At least unless we see Cameron open up a real big gap like he did previously. But for now, they're pretty close here. Might be some pretty good racing. Coming down to the oh, we see the 33 of Tyler Isley there. Hard through the chicane, loses a bunch of positions there. So we come across the line. It's 26 to go for your leader, Cameron Stone. Nate Johnson close in tow, followed by the 56 of Dean Clavet. Sounds like the 8 car, which is Mark Fakasi, is the owner of Speed Demon Setups. Word coming in over the wire. You see Cameron, these guys aren't letting him get too far out in front of him this time. He's only opened up about a 1-second lead in about a lap and a half here. Second and third place about 7/10 apart. Looks like Cameron really starts to capitalize and open up that lead through those chicanes, staying on the gas as we see these cars getting a little sideways through there. We see some pretty heavy damage on the back of that 56 running in third. 88 car looks pretty healthy. Got some damage on the back of that 56 for sure. Cameron Stone's car up there in the front looking pretty good. And Nate Johnson right back up to the bumper of Cameron Stone as they come through that final chicane and down to the start-finish line. I think it's pretty safe to say this is not Cameron's first road course race. You hear him just muscle his way through those turns in that Ford-powered Mustang. Opening up about a 7/10 gap here on Nate Johnson. Coming through a little chicane here. Heading down to that hairpin turn. Oh, the 88 and Nate Johnson gets a little loose there on the gas, trying to tighten up to that bumper of the 57. That's going to allow Cameron 7/10 of a gap here. Yeah, that little slip up there by second place Nate Johnson cost him dearly, as we see Cameron take huge advantage as they fly down this backstretch and into that final chicane. He opens up about a 1.5-second lead on your second and third place cars. Cameron really maneuvering well, as we see Nate almost gets into the wall through the final chicane. Come across this time by, it's 24 laps to go, 17 in. About 3 more laps here, we'll see the end of stage number 2. Nate Johnson not letting Cameron get too far away here. So you see Cameron open up a little bit of a lead here. We're going to jump back here to about 8th place. This is Caleb McCarthy and Mark battling it out here for 7th position. We see Earl Wolf in 6th. Travis pretty much on his own, running in 5th. Charles Evans holding strong in 4th, about 2.5 seconds ahead of Travis. Looks like Robert Bagcott spun out there. That allows Tyler Isley to make up some ground. Gets by the 97 to Jeff Ramsdell as well. Put Tyler into 9th position. Watch the battle for second here from the rear of the 57. Coming into that final chicane. 56, Dean makes that move on the inside of the chicane and just takes the position away from Nate Johnson. Coming down to the line, you're going to see your top 3, Cameron Stone, Dean Clavet, and Nate Johnson in 3rd. 3 of your top 4 are Mustangs, with that lone Camaro of Dean. See if Dean can't run down your leader. We got some good racing going on here, pretty close. 8th place, Caleb McCarthy. Backup cheerleader, you can just hear Cameron really romping on that thing. Opens up a 3.2-second lead on 2nd place. I would say he's definitely done his homework this week on Montreal. It's showing here today. Takes that sharp hairpin turn. Cameron once again really opening up. Big lead, about 3.5 seconds over the second place car. Really struggling to find a lot of tight racing. This is our closest battle here between the 8 and the 24. See if Kayla can't make a move here on the 8. Ooh, side job for Kayla as they come into that final chicane. Definitely lost some ground there on Mark. I'll tell you what, I had to run a couple laps here to set my cameras up for the broadcast today, and I'm telling you what, I could barely even make a lap, so all the credit goes to these drivers to be able to put 40 laps together at a track like this, running an Xfinity car. It is not as easy as you would think, especially once those tires start to wear out and get slippery. Looks like that might be the case here for Kayla. She's just having trouble keeping a good grip on it. Here we see the 34 of Bill Miller, one of the league sponsors at Miller Family Trucking. Bill currently running 14th position. Looks like your leader's not too far behind. Cameron Stone only about 3 seconds back from putting Bill a lap down. So we see Cameron already lapping cars. Looks like he's lapping the 45 of Jonathan Cusimano. Next up on the list will be previously mentioned 34 of Bill Miller. Looks like Dean's closed the gap. They're down to about 1.5 seconds. Maybe Cameron got tied up there for a minute and lap traffic allowed the 56 to close the gap on him. Big gap from second place back to third. We see almost a 10-second advantage for Dean over Nate. 9 seconds roughly now. Cameron is just absolutely hammering on that thing. Come down that backstretch, they're going to enter the final chicane here before the start-finish line. This will be 20 laps to go, and your halfway point for race leader Cameron Stone this time by. I believe next time by is when we'll see the caution flag fly. There it is. That's going to conclude stage 2. Cameron Stone, your winner in stage 2. Dean comes home in second, Nate Johnson third, Charles Evans fourth, Travis Pierce fifth, Earl Wolf sixth, Mark Sakosi seventh, Caleb McCarthy eighth, ninth to Jeff Ramsdell, 10th I believe is Robert Babcock, 11th to Tyler Isley, 12th to Jody Hoke, 13th to David Scott, 14th to Bill Miller, and you're going to see your cars not on the lead lap out of the race. Looks like you have Jonathan Cusimano 1 lap down, Richard Crane 7 laps down, Bart Hoke, Thomas Geyer both out of the race, and then your race control listed there, Joshua Susi. So yeah, so far, dominating performance for the 57 of Cameron Stone. I believe we're going to see your drivers come down pit road here. Everybody's going to need fuel. I would imagine they're going to take tires as well. Riding along with your second place driver. Pit road speed is 40 miles per hour at Montreal. Track temp right now sitting at about 102 Fahrenheit. This is a 2.7 mile road course. 78 degrees. A north wind at 2 miles an hour. Partly cloudy. Imagine the pit stops up to this point been pretty standard. 4 tires and fuel for everybody. I would imagine when we see this first round of green flag pit stops here in about 12 to 13 laps is when you're going to see the strategy come into play, whether we see guys take 2 tires, 4 tires, fuel only. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. As you see here, everybody in your top 8 pitted after 11. Everybody's pitted after 10. Now it will be interesting to see when these guys try to pit and how they're going to play the pit strategy here. So we bring up your lap time differences here. We hear the 57 to Cameron Stone shutting the engine off there, trying to conserve fuel. Sounds like maybe cutting the engine off there. Maybe not. Maybe just kicking her into neutral and idling it. I don't know if the engine's not shutting off. Looks like we're staying right at about 2,000 RPMs for the 57, so maybe not quite shutting her off. Yeah, you can compare the lap times. Dean looked to be catching Cameron there on lap 17 and 18. Lap 19 looked like Cameron opened that gap up again by about a second each lap. And then obviously here on lap 21 under caution, those numbers irrelevant. But we are going to be 18 to go this time by. Your drivers will get the 1 to green. When they take the green flag, we will be 18 to go. Like I said before, fuel window here at Montreal about 12 and a half laps, so nobody gonna be able to make it on this tank of fuel. We will see green flag pit stops. Shuffle through your field. Drivers making their way down towards that sharp hairpin turn, back up. Final chicane and across the start finish line for that green flag. This will be the final stage here today. jump back up here to your leaders. As they are set to get the green flag, I believe. We were 1 to green previously. Not sure if the caution's been delayed here. Looks like the caution has been delayed. The pace car stays out. Not going to get the green flag this time by. This looks like it will be 1 to green again this time by. Go ahead and ride on board with your leader. See if Cameron can manage to win both stages here today and bring home a race win. It's been pretty uneventful as far as race action. So far we've had some good passes here, but Cameron so far today definitely been dominant up there in the front in that number 57 Ford Mustang. Alright. Drivers will make their way down what I would call the backstretch here through the final chicane. Take the green flag. This time by it's going to be 16 laps to go. So Cameron Stone, as we've seen all day, going to start us off here. Dean Clavet runs second. Charles Evans and Nate Johnson in row 2. Cameron's going to go ahead and full send it right now. We are green. Nate Johnson with the big run there. You see him trying to get by the 56 before they make their way into this first set of turns. Cameron already opening up a 1-second lead on that second group of cars. Dean holding his own there in second. Nate Johnson and Charles Evans battling it out. Nate Johnson in third puts the moves on Charles Evans there. right along in the 53 of Charles Evans. You see the 99 of Travis Beardstra there behind him. About a 1 second gap back to the 99. As we see Cameron jumps out to the lead again, opens up almost a 2-second lead on second place, Dean Clavet. Close racing going on, looks like here between the 5 of Earl Wolf, the 24 of Caleb McCarthy. Bill Miller close in tow in that number 34. Miller family truck and machine pulls up to the rear bumper of Earl Wolf. He's followed by the 97 of Jeff Ramsdell. Tyler Isley right there behind this group. Oh, Charles Evans loses it as we see the 99 of Travis Beardstra go by for 4th. Looks like Charles is going to get it together before the 8 of Mark Sikosi manages to get by him. Mark drawing near really quick though. Looks like Charles managed to get it together just in time not to lose that position, maintain top 5. 15 to go. As we see Cameron comes through the final chicane there before the start-finish line. Crosses the start-finish line in the lead, 14 to go. As I mentioned here, about a 12-lap fuel window. So I'd imagine once we see 10 to go, we will start to see these drivers start to play their strategy, whether that's fuel only, fuel and rights, fuels and lefts, or all 4 in fuel. I believe that's where the race win is going to come into play here on pit strategy for this final stage. I'm sure Cameron has a game plan in mind as we've seen him execute pretty perfectly thus far today. See Robert Babcock make the move on the 31 of David Scott there. Charles Evans still holding on to that 5th place position right now. Here is your leader, the 57, Cameron Stone. Gonna take 13 to go this time by. We are going to go back and ride along with your leader. Curious to see when Cameron's going to make his pit stop here, as I'm sure he's getting close on the fuel window. 7 laps in for this run. We'll see if Cameron comes in this time by. I'd imagine we'll probably see a couple more laps out of Cameron before we see that pit stop. Might try to open that gap up just a little more before he comes down pit road. I'll make his way into the final chicane. And Cameron, you can see him in there working that wheel back and forth, almost a controlled drift on these road courses. Definitely takes a lot of finesse, a lot of brake control, gas control, light on the wheel, trying not to jerk that wheel around too much and upset the car, keeping those tires right on the edge of the racing surface, barely getting up on those turtles. Road course racing is a whole different beast compared to oval racing, that's for sure. So one thing I have noticed this race, you know, we talked earlier about the wheel hop. When you hear them downshifting and taking off, you hear the engine da 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 da. You don't hear a lot of that out of the 57. Real good throttle control, brake control. Cameron's just so smooth on entry, so smooth on exit. See him come down here through this little final chicane. We'll see if he takes a pit stop this time or not. It's gonna be 10 to go this time by if he goes across. Looks like he's not gonna come in just yet. Right out there on the wall, coming to the start finish line. 10 to go this time by. Oh, look at the 97 of Jeff Ramsell. As soon as we turn to him, loops it out, manages to keep it going pretty straight though for the most part. Pretty solid hit there with the wall. Jeff currently running in 11th. Dean still within striking distance. Narrowed the gap to about 3 seconds on your leader. Maybe Dean's got something up his sleeve here as far as pit strategy goes. Probably waiting to see when the 57 is going to take that final pit stop. It's going to come down, I think, to a matter of 2 tires, 4 tires, or all tires and fuel. See who plays the right strategy here. Coming to that final hairpin. Excuse me. Chicane before the hairpin. Dean way off the pace there. Allows Cameron to open that lead back up to almost 7 seconds. Back on board the 57. See if Cameron brings her down pit road this time. Looks like we'll see at least another lap out of the 57 here as he bypasses pit road. We are going to see second place make his green flag pit stop right now. See how it all plays out. Let's see if we can't switch over to pit lane, see how many follow him. Looks like the 88 of Nate Johnson. Also electing to come down pit road at this time. These are your second and third place cars taking their green flag pit stops. Charles Evans down pit road. It's going to be followed by the 8 of Mark Sakasi. As Travis Beertzer goes by there on the track, electing not to stop this time by. Jeff Ramsdell into pit road. Cameron dealing with a lap car here through the hairpin turn. I'd imagine we will see the 57 come down pit road this time by. 10 laps on this pit strategy here. This is the 10 lap stint length for this run. We're just hauling the mail. Heading towards pit road. Is he gonna come in this time, or are we gonna see another lap? Here he comes. The leader's gonna come down pit road. Dean making his way into turns 1 and 2. We'll ride along with Cameron and see if he elects to take 4 tires here or just 2. Might not take any tires here. This will be a pivotal moment in the race for sure. See how Cameron pits here. Looks like we're getting right sides. We will get all 4 tires and fuel. So Cameron electing for a full pit stop here. Look at the move by Cameron. Managed to just get out in front of Dean as he comes around. I believe that was Cameron right there in front of him. Go back to the battle box here. Yeah, that is your leader, Cameron, that pulled out just in front of the 56 there. What a pit stop by Cameron. Perfectly executed. Comes back out in the lead. I'd imagine, barring a major change or an accident by Cameron, it's going to be pretty hard for the 56 to run him down, as we've seen Cameron just dominate all day so far. That lead already grown to 2.5 seconds for the 57. We're going to see some pretty hard driving here from the 56 in these last 8 laps, I would imagine. Easy on the throttle through that hairpin turn. And down the back stretch. Make their way into 13 through the final chicane. You see your leader goes by there. There goes Dean. Gap now growing to 5.1 seconds for Cameron, opening that gap big time on second place. Then it's almost 10 seconds back to third place Nate Johnson. 20 seconds from him back to fourth place Charles Evans. Then you got about a 5 second, 3 second, 1 second, and about 7 seconds back to 8th place from 7th. So huge gap here for your leader, almost 6 seconds. 10 seconds back to the third place car from second, and then you see a huge 20-second gap from third to fourth. Robert Babcock now coming down pit lane. We are 7 to go, 34 in here at Montreal, riding along with the 56 of Dean Clavet. It looks like your leader Cameron Stone has all but won this one. Cameron approaching another lap car here. This is the 322 of Jody Hoke. See if he gives Cameron any fits here as we come to 6 to go. Looks like Dean's still about 7 seconds back. Cameron has some working room. He's going to go ahead and make the pass as they come across the start-finish line. Put that lap car in the rear view as you see back there. Just out of your field of view is Dean running second through that final chicane. 6 to go for Cameron Stone. We're going to see a crazy move here. I know we had some bets placed by NASCAR Fast there in the chat. When the race took off, he said the 56 car was going to be the one to park it today. Still 6 to go. A lot of time left in the road course race as we see Cameron Stone maneuver his way through lap traffic here. We got the 24 of Caleb McCarthy and Tyler Isley battling it out here. 7th position as they come through that chicane down to the start-finish line. See your top 2 separated by almost 10 seconds. Second and third separated by 10 seconds. And third and fourth still over a 20-second gap from Nate Johnson back to 4th place Charles Evans. Jump back here, this is 11th place, Earl Wolf running in that number 5 Valvoline Chevy Camaro. Here's Robert Babcock, your most recent pitter. Across the line this time, 5 to go as Cameron Stone opens up a 9-second lead on the 2nd place car of Dean. Big lead here. Cameron has been absolutely dominating today at Montreal. What a show put on by the 57. You see Cameron Stone just putting on a clinic out here today. 10-second lead. We see, here's your leader. Cameron Stone comes through that final chicane. Come down to the start-finish line and take 4 to go this time by. Got about an 11-second lead on 2nd place as they sit right now. 10 seconds back from 2nd to 3rd. And we still see about a 22-second gap between 3rd place Nate Johnson and 4th place Charles Evans. I see these two have been running pretty close all day. This is Tyler Isley and Caleb McCarthy. Caleb running up here in the 24 Chevy Camaro, followed by the 33 of Tyler. Good strong finishes if they can maintain right here. 6 and 7. 3 out of your top 4 are Ford Mustangs. Only, oh, as we see the 33 of Tyler Isley loses it there in the final chicane with 4 to go. See if he can get it going as the 34 of Bill Miller tries to catch up. 20-second gap, so quite a bit of wiggle room there. See if Tyler can make up any of that ground as we see the 99 of Travis Beertzer gets by him. Bill Miller closes the gap down to about 8 seconds in closing on the 33. Your leader's still sitting at about a 14-second advantage over second place, Dean Clave. Coming through the final chicane to the start-finish line. It'll be 3 to go this time by. Oh, we got the 5 spinning in front of your leader. Luckily, doesn't cause any problems for Cameron there. As you see, the 5 of Earl Wolf loops it out in the chicane. Cameron quick on the brakes, brings her down to speed, and Earl keeps her down there in the grass out of the way of your leader. That could have been a tragedy for the leader here as he led all day. Luckily not to be ruined by a lap car. Two to go for your leader. As your leader, Cameron Stone in the 57 Ford Mustang enters the hairpin. Make his way down the backstretch into turn 13 through the final chicane across the start finish line to take the white flag after a dominating performance today. He's opened up a 16-second lead on second place thus far. See your field pretty spread out. Closest cars we have is the 34 of Bill Miller and the 97 of Jeff Ramsdell, running about a second off of each other. Cameron's going to get the white flag this time by. We are 1 to go at Montreal, ladies and gentlemen. You just hear the difference between Cameron and Dean. Dean, I'm sure at this point knows he can't catch Cameron. He's sitting pretty comfortably. 10 seconds to the third place car. Nate Johnson probably just trying to make his way around the track as we see one loop it out there. Cameron's going to make his way down here. Make his way downtown into the chicane. Coming up on some more lap cars here. Looks like it's going to be Jeff Ramsdell and Robert Babcock here in front of Cameron. See if they come into factor as he makes his way through this sharp hairpin turn for the last time of the day. Cameron easy through the hairpin, making sure not to loop out on the last lap and let Dean steal his thunder. Hard on the gas down the backstretch into turn 13. Gonna come through that chicane one more time. Gonna see Cameron come across the line here and take the win. Cameron Stone is your winner today. Looks like coming home second place is gonna be the 56 of Dean Clave. Third is gonna go to Nate Johnson as they sit right now. See, there goes Dean, crosses the line for second. Comes Nate Johnson in the 88. As we talked about before, big gap from Nate Johnson. About a 20-second gap back to that fourth place car, Charles Evans. Here we see the 322, looks like. Jody Hope. Here comes the 53 of Charles Evans. The 24 of Kayla McCarthy will bring it home fifth. Comes the 8 of Mark Sikosi. Gonna bring her home in sixth. The 99 of Travis Beertzer comes home seventh. Tyler Isley's gonna bring it home in eighth. There goes Tyler in that 33 Casey's General Store Chevy Camaro. He's Bill Miller in the Miller Family Trucking number 34. Looks like we're going to see the 14 Robert Babcock come across the line in 10th place today. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get interviews from our top three here. Get the race results up here. Coming home with the win today at Montreal is a 57 to Cameron Stone. Second place goes to Dean Clave. Third to Nate Johnson. Fourth goes to Charles Evans. Kayla McCarthy rounds out your top five. Mark Sikosi. We are missing a burn out here. There we go. Mark Sikosi comes home in sixth. Travis Beetzer seventh. Tyler Isley eighth. Ninth goes to Bill Miller. And rounding out your top 10 is Robert Babcock. 11th to Jeff Ramsdell. 12th to Jonathan Cusimano. 13th Earl Wolf. 14th David Scott. 15th Jody Hoke. 16th to Richard Crane. 17th to Bart Hoke. 18th goes to Thomas Geyer. 19th is your race control of Joshua Susi. We're going to go ahead and get your winner in here for an interview. Hey Nate, this is Ty up in the booth. Got a copy, man?
Yes, I do.
Hey man, third place finish. This was my first road course broadcast. It's definitely something else. What an experience to watch and see. You want to just run us through how your day went out there?
Yeah, it went pretty well. I nailed Dean because I missed my braking zone like at the beginning, but he recovered. And yeah, it was pretty crazy. The tires were really bad on the back, and so I was just trying to take care of those. I was going to try in the third stage to take no tires, but then I realized how bad it got, and so I didn't. I took tires anyway and still came out third, so it was a really good day.
Yeah, good finish, man. A lot of cars. You know, it's a tough track, obviously. We saw all kinds of stuff going on today. Cameron obviously had a pretty dominating performance. Wasn't sure, though, when that last pit stop cycled through in green flag, what kind of strategy we were going to see, but third place, definitely a good finish for you. Anybody you'd like to thank?
This league is really good, so thanks to Kayla McCarthy and Josh Susi. Susi does an awesome race control. So I have a really good time doing this. My sponsor into being we do medical device prototyping, so thanks to them for sponsoring me. And I don't know if my mom's watching, but hi, Mom.
All right, man. Well, thanks for the interview. Good job on the third place finish, and good luck next week.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Hey, Dean's tie up in the booth. Got a copy, man?
I gotcha.
Bring it home in second place, man. Good run today. Just didn't seem like you had enough to run down the 57. Cameron looked awfully strong all day. Didn't know if you had something maybe up your sleeve there with the final pit strategy or not, but all in all, second place, not bad at a tough road course.
Yeah, not bad, especially the road course that I chose for this schedule. It was it was fun. I felt like I had a little bit better car on the long run there. I think he was burning up his stuff at the beginning, but overall it was a good race. Well, last stage I kind of screwed up. I didn't take any tires there, so I was like, yeah, let's try something different. And well, he took 4 apparently, and he ran away with it. So I was like, oh well, I'll take second anyways. I mean, he's an A-class road driver, so he kind of knew his stuff.
Yeah, man, Xfinity definitely rough. Any road course, I'm more of an oval driver, and it was quite the experience for me, even myself, to get to watch a road course race, let alone Xfinity cars. And I had a good time watching y'all put on a pretty good show. Second place, not bad going into Pocono next week. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Oh, well, we got to thank the sponsors that aren't on the car. Well, first, got to thank the Country Canada for sponsoring me. Got to thank BreamBugs.com, Bucket Care, Pulse Poppers, No Sweat, SimX Pro, and SimShots for what was supposed to be on the car tonight. But I decided to change up the scheme a little bit since, it's my home track and all that. So I was like, yeah, let's go with the Canada scheme. But got to thank those guys. Thank you for broadcasting tonight.
Yeah, man, hopefully get to watch it back. We did play the Canadian National Anthem. We played Old Canada at the beginning. Obviously, being in Montreal a lot, it seemed like a couple people wanted that done, so we did that for you. But all in all, good race. Second place, nothing to complain about at a road course like this. Thanks for the race tonight and the entertainment, and good luck next week at Pocono.
Absolutely. Thanks, man.
Hey, Cameron, it's time, man. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, what a strong run tonight there. An absolutely dominating performance all day long. Kind of wondered what we were going to see on pit strategy there for the green flag pit stop. Thought maybe Dean had something up his sleeve for you, but it just looked like all day nobody had anything for you, as we saw you open up a 13-second lead there at the end of stage 1, and it just seemed to keep growing.
Yeah, it was we definitely fired off a lot better. I think short run we had probably the best car, or best times on short run, but Dean seemed to be able to save the rear tires a lot better than me. Near the end of those runs, he would start eating back into whatever lead
he
I could
mentioned that
pull
in his
out.
interview, that he thought he had a better car there on the long run and that you were really burning stuff up on the short run. But with the way the stages fell and then the green flag pit stop, it seemed like all you really needed to worry about was the short run. You managed to stay out in front of him by quite a bit there at the end.
Yeah, I had a lot of mistakes too in that early part of the race. Running up on lap cars and missed a couple of chicanes and had to give up time, and Dean would get around me on those, and kind of got lucky that we got back to the front at the end of stage 1. But yeah, I mean the times we were running, me and Dean, it was pretty clear it was going to be one of us.
Yeah, y'all were definitely standing apart, from the crowd there. This is my first time broadcasting a road course race, and actually my first time really watching one here on iRacing, so it was definitely interesting to watch and fun to watch. A lot of skill involved that you don't see come into play, on your normal oval races. Definitely put on a hell of a show out there today. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Definitely want to thank all the admins of this league. I've had a lot of fun trying to race these Xfinity cars. I don't have all that much experience in them. This is actually the first time I've run one on a road course, so I was kind of struggling with downshifts tonight and getting a bunch of wheel hop, but real happy to get the win tonight. We almost got it last week and got took out in the last corner, so glad we could get the monkey off our back here and get some good points. Shout out to Dean. He was practicing with me all day, and he definitely made the most of it.
All right, man. Well, good finish. Obviously, a win's nothing to complain about headed into Pocono next week. Thanks for the entertainment and good luck, man.
Thank you, sir.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We are going to go ahead and conclude our broadcast there. This has been the Powerhouse Racing League. I'm not sure where their league is normally broadcast, but I'm sure you could reach out to someone, find out. I think they are on Facebook. Not sure if they'll ask me to broadcast again, but I definitely enjoyed it. Road course is definitely something else. So thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and throw my sponsors up here one more time for the broadcast. Give a big shout out to all my sponsors and the other guys I race with and some other leagues and races and things like that. So once again, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for sticking around, commenting in the chat, and as always, have a good one.